For more on the crisis at our southern border, we are joined by Texas Republican Congressman and ranking member of the House Ways and Means Committee, Kevin Brady. Congressman, welcome.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for having me.
All indications are the situation at the border has not gotten better. It's likely gotten worse. Is it time for someone high-ranking in the Biden administration to resign?
You know, I would think it's beyond that time. Look, this is all predictable. We've said this for months. The situation at the border is not getting better. It's not, but getting worse. And when you visit with the Border Patrol agents, they've been crying this out for months and months. Now we're seeing it happen. No one, led by this president and vice president, seems to care about the humanitarian crisis here, about the danger of these illegal migrants entering the U.S. And so far, they've managed to, by ignoring it, apparently avoid their responsibility. But we've never seen it like this in Texas. I don't think we've ever seen this, frankly, in the United States. It can't continue.
We're showing our viewers live images of that scene under the bridge in Del Rio, Texas. Your reaction to seeing all those people, an estimated 13,000 people camped out under that bridge?
Yeah, it is. It's stunning and it's disheartening. And it is, again, reminds me, I think, of all the children we saw crammed into those detention centers earlier this year. I was in Del Rio, and at the time, even though it wasn't getting a lot of attention, you were already seeing and hearing from the mayor just the number of vehicle chases, the property damage, the residents scared about, frankly, their safety in a town that hadn't been affected like this before. This was months ago. It has only worsened and, again, will not get any better. It is unconscionable that the president ignores this crisis and the danger that it presents.
Reports are Haitian migrants are going to be flown back to Haiti, but they obviously didn't just walk across the border. Have you given any thought to how the heck Haitians are getting to our southern border and who is basically running the show?
Yeah, it is difficult to tell. Two thoughts. One, they aren't coming by accident. Mm-hmm. Clearly, the word is out that there are open borders in the U.S. and this is how you access it. What we read and hear about, there seems to be different pathways that the Haitians are taking here to get to this border. No one clear path there, but no question about it. They know there's an open border here. They're willing to risk it. And again, these are dangerous journeys, especially for young women and young men. And I don't understand how this president can ignore it an hour longer.
To pressing deadlines in Congress, funding runs out at the end of the month, and the need to raise the debt ceiling, allowing the government to borrow more money. Here's the House Budget Chairman today.
I don't know what the political calculation one way or the other is. I personally would like to see a clean vote on a debt ceiling so that Republicans actually have to go on the record on that vote only and not mix it with a funding measure. But ultimately, the most important thing is to get both of them done.
Do you expect Speaker Pelosi to combine a funding extension and debt into one package?
Yeah, I do. I think they're raising the stakes in a way that they could shut down this government and I think do damage to the economy at the same time. I don't understand why they are doing this. What Chairman Yarmuth didn't talk about was that Democrats haven't had one conversation with one Republican about a plan, not just to raise the debt ceiling, but to get our financial house in order. This emergency spending, far beyond the emergency, will cripple our finances as a country in the future, much less the $3.5 trillion that they are proposing. And at this point, you know, it's the Democrats' responsibility. They're doing the spending. They're running everything in a partisan way. It's their job to get this done.
To that $3.5 trillion spending and tax package, what are your concerns about the taxes included in that massive spending bill?
Yeah, so most Americans think this country is on the wrong track, and this is going to make it worse. It will kill American jobs, drive prices up even higher on families, and I think hook a whole new generation, the poor, onto government dependency. First, this is an economic surrender to China, Russia, and Europe that will drive American jobs overseas and could kill up to 3 million American jobs over time. It is devastating tax hikes on Main Street small businesses. just as they're trying to come out of the COVID. Plus, they doubled the death tax, the number of family-owned businesses and farms that will be hit by the death tax. And then finally, President Biden clearly breaks his pledge by raising taxes on low-income and middle-class families. Don't take my word for that. Both the Joint Committee on Taxation and the left-leaning Tax Policy Center say those tax increases on the middle class could start as early as next year.
Fascinating. Congressman Kevin Brady of the great state of Texas, thanks so much for your time, sir.
Good to see you, Mike. Thanks.
Thank you.